Alright, what is going on, champions of the arena? I'm the host with the most, Sleepy here. Welcome back to another Apex Legends video course, where today we're going to be talking about maybe some Wattson changes happening in Season 10, or maybe even 9.1 patch updates. Because I know all Wattson mains, what do we want? At the end of the day, Wattson needs a buff, right? Like, she needs some type of change. Yeah, her pick rate, her win rate is high, her pick rate is super low. So she does need some change. She needs some love. Daniel, if you're watching this, she needs some love. Nothing too crazy, but here's the image on screen. Shout out to ryoiscreator. He made this, and it's basically saying like Wattson will be able to carry an extra shield cell or extra like 2 cells in the inventory, just as, you know, a passive idea for playing Wattson. In my opinion, I feel like Wattson should get like her own revive mechanic, you know, since she has her own custom revive. Why don't she, you know, when you get revived by a Wattson, why don't you spawn back up with 2 shield cells, you know, like already on your shield, so you don't have to heal your shield all the way. If you give Wattson like gold bad, your health is basically all the way up. You just have to worry about like your white health bar, but your shields will be all the way healed up. Like, I think that'd be super cool, because she has her own like custom revive animation. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Tom talking about Mirage's dad. Who is Mirage's dad, and what type of father was he? Tom says, I didn't want him to be abusive physically, verbally, sexually, or emotionally. I didn't want him to be an addict or an alcoholic. There are all reasons for a father leaving his kids, but there's a darkness to them, a scar on children that was too deep for Elliot. He's got his issues, sure, but I have friends who were raised in those environments. Elliot didn't have those scars. He was different. So why did his dad leave his family? And why does Mirage think of him? And what does Mirage think of him? Because a part of him does hate his dad for leaving at the worst possible time, but hating dad was too easy, too black and white, too cut and dry. That's when I realized the key to Richard, which is Mirage's dad's name, was that he wasn't a bad man. He was just a coward, an insecure, pathetic, sad little coward. If you read this letter in the loading screen this season, you know why. He's a man who was so unsure of his abilities to be a good husband and father upon the death of his kids, that he convinced himself that he was less of a man because he wasn't financially successful. He didn't leave one night and never come back. He just left for business trips, trying to sell his inventions, and the trips would be longer. He avoided going home, and soon he was on trips more than he was not on trips. And gradually, he just stopped coming home at all. And Mirage would try to make his mom laugh, put on shows, try to distract her, never knowing himself or when his dad would come home, but gradually getting used to him not being there, to the point where he would just shrug and say, that's my dad. He's not really good at it. That's the story that seemed to line up with the scars Elliot had. Part of him hates him, part of him pities him, part of him has just given up on him and accepted that. Overall, super sad. Love you guys all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like, comment. Wattson mains, give me your changes that you would make to Wattson for Season 10. Mirage mains. You know, Mirage's story keeps getting sadder and sadder. Love you guys all.